Hey, this is Sam with the BYU Software Training Lab. This is the last video in our series about Procreate. In this video, we'll be talking about custom brushes. Brushes in Procreate are super customizable. If I go into the Brushes panel and tap on any brush, it brings up a ton of customizable options about that brush. Press Done to get back to the brush library. From the brush library, I can also just make my own new brush by pressing the plus button at the top right. There are so many options here that I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just highlight a few. The best way to get to know these is to use them and try it out. We open up on the Stroke Path tab. I'm going to take these aspects to the extreme to show what they do. Spacing is the distance between the plot points of your stroke. Jitter is the distance between plot points that go outside of your stroke for brushes that make marks not just along the line you draw. And fall off makes the brush fade out after a certain distance. The next tab is Stabilization. Stabilization affects how much Procreate will adjust your line to make it smoother. Taper deals with the beginning and end of each stroke. Pressure taper is for the Apple Pencil, touch taper is for your finger, and classic taper at the bottom is just for the brush as a whole. Shape is a really important piece of this. This is the basic shape of the brush. You'd see my brush as a circle, so whenever I draw, the basic stamp is a circle. From here, you can change how the brush looks, how many stamps of the brush it will paint with each point, how much it rotates every time, etc. Randomized randomizes the orientation and count, so it's not the same every time. Azimuth deals with the tilt of your pencil, so you can have brushes that will paint wider with the side, etc. The other features on here, like many things in Procreate, get into some really specific aspects of the brush. If you want to know what those do, I suggest checking out the Procreate handbook. I'll put the link in the description below. You can also import your own shape for the brush. At the top, above the picture of your shape source, hit Edit. This brings up the shape editor. If you press Import, you can import a picture you have, even just a random image, a file, you can paste something you've copied, or use an existing shape from one of the Procreate brushes by using the source library. I'm going to pick a random one for us today. The Grain tab deals with the texture of your brush, kind of like what the stamp is made of. You can also change things like the rotation, depth, jitter, etc. of the grain. This is part of what really sells a brush, and it's super fun to play with. I encourage you to get familiar with these settings and how they work, so you can get exactly what you want from your brushes. You can also edit the grain source, and Procreate has a source library for that as well. Rendering changes how strokes and color behave on your brush and on the canvas. From here on down, these tabs are more specific and specialized, so I won't go over most of them, but they're all fun to use and change and make cool brushes with. A lot of these are also pretty self-explanatory, like the Apple Pencil tab deals with your Apple Pencil. Materials is for 3D painting. And About This brush at the bottom is where you can change the name of the brush or claim it as your own by putting your name on it. You can also create reset points, so you can jump back to a previous version of your brush if you mess something up too bad. All of these settings can be changed for any of the brushes you already have too. And that is custom brushes in Procreate. If you have any questions or comments about this video, Procreate in general, or other software, leave them below and we'll try to answer as best we can. You can also watch other videos on our channel about all kinds of software programs. Thanks for watching and good luck!